Hello everyone, my name is Tommy Pouch, and today I'm going to give you a brief rundown on the Oregon State ethics requirements and how they compare to the national standards. So let's not waste any more time and let's get into this. Just a quick table of contents for you. We're going to start out with the Oregon ethics requirements and just kind of a general rundown of what they require for the ethics. Then we're going to talk about the AICPA ethics exam, which is the kind of the national standard ethics exam. Not every state requires it, but we'll get into that a little bit later. We're going to talk about the national ethics requirements and kind of just not necessarily the nation as a whole, but other states and how they, what requirements they have and how they differ. And that's actually what the next slide is going to be: main differences between Oregon and the rest of the nation. Finally, we're going to go through my plan personally of how I'm going to complete my ethics requirement. Starting off, the Oregon ethics requirement. So after passing the CPA exam, first off, this isn't necessarily true. You can take it before and after, but almost everyone requires you to, or recommends you to take it after. You have to take the AICPA ethics exam through a home study course offered by, of course, the AICPA. And after that, after you get your CPA license, every 2 years, you need to have 4 CPE credit hours that are specifically professional conduct or ethics. And these have to be offered by the state or the NASBA. And kind of run down to the AICPA exam. It's 40 multiple choice questions taken either online or on paper. You have to take it within 2 years of passing the CPA exam. This is just Oregon's requirement. There varies by state, but 2 years is basically the standard. From what I found online, it is extremely easy and isn't anything that you have to worry about. You have to score above a 90, but what I've seen, that's not too scary. You can take up to 3 times online, and the fourth time you have to submit by paper. And just kind of a rundown on why, or the differences between online and the paper test. Online, it's graded immediately, and you have your score right as you submit it. And for the paper test, you'll be mailed an answer sheet. You take the test, mail it back, and then after several weeks, you'll receive results. Seems like the online is a much better way, so let's hope no one has to fail it 3 times and do the paper way. So the main differences between Oregon and the rest of the nation. Oregon's one of 35 states that make you take the AICPA exam, and they don't make you take any specific ethics coursework, which is pretty nice. My plan then for taking the ethics or completing the ethics requirement will be taking the AICPA ethics exam, and after that, completing the ethics requirements for the CPE every 2 years. And just an alternative route, if everything goes poorly and I fail my test and everything, I'm going to be moving to Guam, taking the CPA license, and not having to take any ethics requirement, which would be nice, and living in paradise for the rest of my life. Here's Works Cited. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed. Just some national ethics requirements. Each state is obviously has different requirements. California is one of the most strict ones, with requiring you to have 10 semester hours dedicated to ethics courseworks. Surprisingly, a lot of states don't make you take the ethics exam. These states are Arkansas, District of Columbia, Florida, Georgia, Guam, Hawaii, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, Mississippi, New Hampshire, New York, Northern Mariana Islands, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, U.S. Virgin Islands, and West Virginia. A lot of states don't make you take it, which is very surprising.